So, man, let me take you for a little spin, man. Show you what it feel like.
I gotta go make these drop balls.
You think you're the only one out here working, B? Gotta make drop balls too, B. Come on, man, get in, man. I ain't taking no for an answer, man.
Come on. Get in. I'm not taking no for an answer. Welcome to the 290 Moe Podcast. I'm your host, SaloHommie Moe. Thank everyone for listening. This is the 290 Moe Podcast, the supreme sibling to the No Cap Podcast. And I'm gonna get into all the reasons why the No Cap Podcast no longer exists in this video on Shorty. You might get a podcast on my other podcasts don't exist on Shorty, because I just don't like motherfuckers creating their own narrative on my shit, you know what I'm saying, on my story, you know what I'm saying. Like, I hate motherfuckers talking about telling anything they gotta do with me and they ain't, you know what I'm saying, and they not involved in the situation at all, you know what I'm saying, shit like that. So definitely make sure you subscribe and download so you stay up to date on everything I drop, man, because season 3 is definitely 290 Moe. Is definitely ain't nothing changing. It's still no cap, you know what I'm saying, but we just went with an original title, you know what I'm saying. So going forward, you know what I'm saying, for anybody who was wondering or why a certain switch will happen to no cap, that's what I'm gonna get into right now. And basically it's the same show. It's the same exact show. It's just it's an original and different name. Now, and due to a lack of research and by me, you know what I'm saying, cause first of all, you know what I'm saying, I don't have a team, I don't have an assistant, I don't have an assistant producer, I don't have a cameraman, no graphic designer, none of that shit, walk the bop. So everything I do, that's me, you know what I'm saying. So, like I said, due to a lack of research, you know what I'm saying, and having zero background in podcasting, you know what I'm saying, zero background in any of this as far as like recording your voice analog and then making it digital, you know what I'm saying, as far as the DAWs, the effects, any of that goofy shit, you know what I'm saying. And that's how I came into the game. I just knew I wanted to do something, so you know what I'm saying, I'm steady learning as I go. So like I said, and so due to that, I don't blame nobody but myself for what I'm about to explain to y'all, and what ultimately led to the death of the No Cap Podcast in the form that it was created in. But it will continue to live spiritually through the 290 Moe Podcast for sure. So, and it's like I said, and then like, I have zero background, so I just charge this one to the game, you know what I'm saying? I ain't blaming nobody, walk the ball. So, recording artists, content creator, business owners, anybody who want to brand anything, anybody who want to put their name on anything, anybody who want to create something, listen very closely. Search the intended title of whatever it is you want it to be. Search it in Google and YouTube. Search it in Google and YouTube just to make sure that your idea might be original, but what you calling it might not be. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of what the situation I found myself in. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, anybody who creates their own thing, make sure that your name or your description, whatever you go by, you want to make sure it's original. You know what I'm saying? And it's yours. When somebody put that name in a search bar, you want to make sure when they put your name in it, that's the only name that pop up. You know what I'm saying? So the story kind of funny now that I look back on it, but I'm going to go ahead and share with y'all for this first official episode of the 290 Moe Podcast. I got a interview dropping Monday. This Monday coming up on February 23rd. But this will be the first official podcast. That's just how they're coming out due to I guess you could say due to my poor, I wouldn't even say due to my poor scheduling, is just, I basically flipped the show on its head in a week. So, just due to time constraints, you know what I'm saying? So either way, that's neither here nor there. I'm gonna make sure I get what I need to get to my people. So we back in effect, season 3, 290 Moe. Rest in peace, no cap. So like I said, it was a funny story. And no cap, I was kind of salty, but I think I played it off pretty well, you know what I'm saying? While I was setting up an interview, and the guest, I was telling the guest the name of the podcast. I'm like, yeah, search the podcast, Walk the Bop. You know what I'm saying? And I had never searched my podcast. I had never seen nobody search my podcast. Like I don't know if anybody was looking for my shit and how they felt about it, but usually the way I share my podcast is just through the through a link. You know what I'm saying? I said, motherfucker, link, Walk the Bop. So that's how I've been going about it. So boom, right there while I'm exchanging this information in her presence, I didn't do it by the link. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, yeah, the No Cap Podcast, Walk the Bop. And I don't even know if I said the No Cap Podcast, No Cap Podcast. Either way it go, I said No Cap Podcast, Walk the Bop. You know what I'm saying? So when she searched it, she mentioned it to me. She like, have you ever considered changing the name, Walk the Bop? And I'm like, of course. I said some shit. I said some lame shit. Like, of course I thought about changing the name. You know what I'm saying? And I had never thought about changing the name. Like, I thought it was so original. You know what I'm saying? And that's, like I said, it's just a lack of research. You know what I'm saying? I had never thought about searching the name. What I had did, and I don't even know if I was doing it right. I don't know how this shit work. I gotta watch some YouTube videos on it. But I had looked on the LLC site for Illinois, whatever. I put the No Cap Podcast, and it said it was good to use. So I thought I was good as far as owning it, you know what I'm saying? I was already on my way, you know what I'm saying, to see what I gotta do to actually own the name, not, you know what I'm saying, doing the research on the actual name, on the title, you know what I'm saying? So like, after she like mentioned, like, you ever considered changing the name, Walk the Bop? I'm like, I tell like the lame shit, I'm like, of course, Walk the Bop. But then I'm saying some other shit, I'm like, yeah, but, you know, I was thinking about changing to the real No Cap Podcast, or, you know what I'm saying? My No Cap Podcast is just gonna be so good, all them other No Cap podcasts is gonna drown, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I'm trying to play it off, cause whole time, you know what I'm saying? I'm in my phone searching No Cap Podcast myself. You know what I'm saying? So as soon as I pull it up, I instantly see like 7 different No Cap podcasts, like No Cap. On Shorty. Like, I'm on the first page of YouTube, you know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, I was happy about that on Shorty. At least when motherfucker search me, I'm on that first page, motherfucker ain't gotta be like, damn, I ain't see you at all. You know what I'm saying? So that felt good. But other than that, when I search it, I see, you know what I'm saying? It's like 7, 8 different No Cap podcasts, you know what I'm saying? All different shape, forms, and sizes. Still ain't none of them this. So stay right here. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and download. You hear me? Ain't none of them like this. But like I said, they come in all different shapes and sizes, man. So I instantly, you know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at it, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I gotta flip this bitch as fast as possible. I gotta change the name. I can't go another day forward with the No Cap Podcast title. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be confused with nobody. I don't want to be lumped up with nobody. This show is me. You know what I'm saying? It's all me. You know what I'm saying? No production staff, none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I had to make sure the name was original. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, that's how the No Cap Podcast died. But the No Cap Podcast does live on through the 290 Moe Podcast. Make sure you download, subscribe. But like I said, man, but moving forward, I just want to let everybody know, I'm always looking for special guests recording artists, content creators, business owners, or anybody with just a dope story to tell to come on the show and rap. We can do it in studio or we can do it via Zoom. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure you email me. My email is in the description of this this podcast. I just got done doing an interview, so the description is at the bottom of this podcast. You can email me at 290mopodcast@gmail.com. If you know somebody that you think I should interview, send them my way. I definitely want to set that up, or definitely, especially if it's my people that's really doing something. I want to get them up in here behind the mic and put them on the podcast platform. With that being said, I think that's all I got for y'all today. Make sure, for real, Joe, I know everything y'all watching shit be like subscribe, but this subscription is free and it's dope. It's dope content. It's gonna be dope shit. Y'all already know how I'm coming. Ain't nothing changed but the title. It's gonna end in better shit on short. I got some dope shit coming up with my homie Joe. It's trust me. Just trust me. And I appreciate though for the listeners that do listen. I see y'all. I definitely see y'all. The listeners that do listening, I see y'all. I love y'all to death. I swear to God, I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? It definitely means a lot. It definitely means a lot. So if you rocking with me, let's rock. And to the next episode, this has been the 290 Moe Podcast hosted by SaloHommie Moe. Thank you for listening. In a minute, gang.